Welcome, everybody, to What's Cooking with Dr. Cook. I'm Dr. Allison Cook, the content manager and editor for foodguides.com. And we are so excited to have Chef Lisa Green back today because we are doing eggplants and
Mhm.
a roasted red pepper sous vide
Coulis,
coulis.
coulis,
Oh
or
my gosh,
marinara, or
yes. And this this is a recipe for sure. So, been doing a little bit of prep beforehand, but I know we're going to get into the thick of it. I've been roasting the red peppers before the show so I can get into the coulis. And my house smells amazing. Oh my goodness. I've never roasted red peppers actually inside my house before, and unbelievable. So,
hmm
yes, oh my gosh. How are
so
you doing
fresh, so
today,
nice.
Chef?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited to cook some eggplant. It's been a while since I've made this dish, so we'll see how it all turns out. And yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome.
How are you?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm hungry already because it smells so good.
Uh, My house smells like red peppers too.
Yes. Yeah, this is definitely going to be great. I am also super excited. I was kind of freaking out today a little bit because I went to get the eggplant earlier and like third time's a charm, but two stores were out. I was like,
Oh.
no, please don't be a thing. Please don't be a thing. Like this has to happen. So, um, but
But you
yeah,
found it. You
I
found them,
did.
so
Yes, I did. But it's in the produce section for all of those who did not know. It's good in the refrigerator up to 7 days. Very versatile. We're going to show you how to make it fried today. I've never fried anything before, so I'm psyched about this. It's going to be an experiment, but I have the
yes,
chef to guide
science.
me. Yes. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna actually put the sauce ingredients in so we can get that going. Um, and I know your sauce is ready in case, well, we won't say in case anything happens, but
No, it's all,
because it's gonna be
cooking.
perfect,
Hmm.
perfect, perfect.
It will be.
So cool. And hopefully somebody is cooking along with us. And if
Yes.
not, in the future, I'm highly recommending it already. So cool. So let's get
All right, I'm good.
started.
All right,
All right.
I'm good.
So with the coulis, is it coulis?
Uh, coulis, coulis. I think people pronounce it both ways.
The
It's
coulis.
pretty much the same
Uh,
as like a puree, a sauce, marinara. It's when I was in school, they defined puree and coulis as honestly, I can't really remember. I think one just had one ingredient and the other had multiple. So when I was writing a menu for my restaurant, I was just wanted to sound a little bit fancy.
awesome. And this one is the roasted red pepper one. So I've already roasted
Yes.
my red peppers, and here they are for everybody to see. So
Mm-hmm.
I did cut them up, but I did have a whole one and just beautiful. So I'm going to throw those in. And
This
then,
sauce is
oh, tell me about the sauce.
it's like my house marinara. It's my go-to marinara sauce that I would use with meatballs, with eggplant, with spaghetti, with lasagna, with any sort of dish that you'd want to use it with. So,
The house marinara. I love
hmm.
it. With the carrots too. I'm excited about that.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
two bell peppers roasted, two carrots cut into chunks,
Mhm.
one onion cut into chunks.
Don't you love my lingo?
I love it. Six cloves. Tell me if you think these cloves are like ridiculously large.
They do look big. Um, I love garlic, and once it's cooked, it's a little bit sweeter. But if you want to start with three, that
Yeah,
works too.
cool.
And this is also one of those like Clean out the refrigerator sauces too. You know, if you have something in there that would go good with it, like say a salsa that you need to get rid of, or anything that would you wanted to put in it. Different peppers,
Ooh,
mushrooms. Yeah. So
awesome. One
I,
jalapeno.
mm-hmm,
So I like the notes on this. So if you want it spicy, leave the seeds. And if you
mm-hmm.
don't, take the seeds out. Um, I feel like jalapenos are a little scary for me still, so I took the seeds out.
Seeds
Um,
out. Mm-hmm.
but I'm getting there. I'm finding that I like adding them to more and more things as I get
Okay.
older and wiser.
And you know, every jalapeno tastes different. Some are spicy, some aren't. Some,
Yes,
it's all varies by.
100%.
Hmm.
We like roasting them on the grill.
Yes,
Got one
I
can of
love.
stewed tomatoes.
Hmm. And this too, if you had tomatoes that are just almost about to turn, you could throw those in there too. Fresh tomatoes,
Ooh.
virtually, yeah.
And one can of tomato paste. So this is one of those instances where you use the entire can.
What size of can is that? Is that the small one? Oh goodness, let's start with a half. You can always add more.
Okay.
It's hard to judge. When I write recipes, I was writing for, gallons, and then to shrink it down, sometimes I just kind of like, that sounds
Okay.
good. But cooking is all about what you like it, how you like it as well. So
Right. Well, it smells amazing already.
I bet
And we
I could.
have vegetable base.
Hmm.
So 1 to 2 tablespoons.
Yep, I'd start with one, and then you can always add more. This is also your salt in it. You probably won't have to add much more salt because vegetable base has a lot of salt in it. And
Okay.
you could also use chicken base or beef base if you were doing, say, beef bolognese or say uh, chicken lasagna. But the vegetable base, it was my vegetarian sauce, and I kept it vegetarian with the vegetable base.
Now, when it says salt and pepper to taste, um, how do you know?
I do it at the end. So
Okay.
basically, when the sauce is all done and pureed, I would take a taste of it before
Okay.
I added salt and pepper, and then I would judge it from there. And then at that point, you could add oregano, you could add cayenne, you could add cinnamon,
Mm.
whatever you would like
And
to
this
add
is
to it.
after the blending.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So at this point, cover it all up to the top of the ingredients with water.
Hmm.
All right. So I will do that. I feel like this is going to make a lot of sauce. I'm
It
excited.
very well may. It's probably, yeah, about six, 4 to 6. And then put it on the stove and just blast it. High heat,
Okay.
let it reduce and get the vegetables all tender. This is also another one that you could actually soak it or keep them all in there overnight after it's been
Oh,
cooked, and then puree it. So
cool. All right. Awesome. Well, I'll put this on the stove and then we can get to flouring, um, which I have some questions about that. Oh, should I
of
put a lid on this?
no, you want
Okay.
the excess uh steam, the water to reduce. You want that to leave it. So what they call it, the
Okay.
angel's share is what they would call it.
All right.
Yes. Hmm.
So with the eggplant, now that was a process and it was really easy.
Hmm.
So just peeling the eggplant and cutting it.
Hmm.
Mine's a little smaller. Um,
Which, which is
which
perfect. It's
which
perfectly
is
fine.
which is fine.
Hmm.
So I'll show everybody. I have an extra eggplant. So here's the extra
Oh, they
eggplant.
are. It is a baby eggplant.
Yeah, so this is a baby, but I felt like it made a lot because
Yes.
that's a lot, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it does shrink down with the sweating of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yes, it does.
So you cut it into 1/4 inch pieces, and you cover both sides with salt to sweat it for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Hour plus, however. Yeah,
Hour
those small
plus.
pieces, an hour was probably perfect. So,
Yes. It was neat to see the water actually come out to the baking sheet.
isn't it cool? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Um, when you are doing your eggplant, like, is it normal to see like the gray pieces?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. It's very normal. It's reacting to the oxygen, like an apple.
Okay. That's kind of one of the pieces there.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rest, it does. They look like little apple pieces.
Hmm. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but it's perfectly.
Mhm.
It's that's a good.
Well, they're about to be coated.
I think that was a
Hmm.
little shade being thrown to your egg. I think Chef Lee just threw
No.
some eggplant shade.
I did. I wasn't meaning to. I love you. I love your eggplant.
What's wrong with my eggplants? No. They're just going to be a little smaller. I made this harder
It's
on myself.
Yes, inadvertent
well,
shade.
it was my description. It's funny how when you write stuff down and in your head you're like, okay, this is how I think it's supposed to be, and then when other people read it, this is how they interpret it. So I love it. I think it's
Well,
perfect.
you remember, like, back in high school, I was never good at math. I didn't pull out a ruler, okay?
You didn't measure it exactly.
No.
I mean, yeah, I didn't measure either. See, like, because I was
Yeah.
thinking like 1/4 inch thickness, and
Hmm.
but it's perfect.
I think,
It's gonna
like,
taste
at this
delicious.
moment we need some rulers because I want to determine which of us actually have a 1/4 of an inch eggplant.
No, this is about an inch right here. I think one of the sides might be. Oh, that might be. Oh goodness.
But very, very excited.
Okay.
So, so at this point is when so I heard from a friend that maybe I should be heating up some oil since I've never
Oh
fried anything.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, you should definitely heat up some oil. Um,
Okay.
and when it comes to cooking with oil, you always want to be safety first. You don't want too much in the pan. You want to have the adequate pan for the amount of oil. Um,
How much oil
and
should I put in?
um, you want at least, I can't tell, you want at least that far away from the edge. So this isn't exactly like deep frying, so we're not going to immerse it
Right.
completely in. But it's more oil than sauteing.
So you want to tell me
So it's
when to
pan
stop?
frying. I can't
Like
tell
deep
what's
enough to fit to have one of them fit halfway, kind of in it, where it's submerged
Yes, there.
but
Thank
not
you.
covered.
I
I bet that's good.
think
That's
that's
good.
good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
You
maybe.
can always add more because when it heats
Oh,
up, it's gonna get
that's
all
scary.
excited and move around and.
Okay. All right. Okay. Another question about the frying because again, I do happen to have some contraptions for not burning my hands. I have a fish fryer type thing,
Yes, you
or
do
I
a fish
have
spatula.
or I have some tongs.
I'm a
Um,
tong girl,
okay.
but it is your preference.
Those two
Yeah.
work really well in concert. I feel a little
Okay.
bit of the lift with the fish thing, and then a grab.
There
Okay.
we go.
That's good. That's good information. I'll keep those close. And what heat am I putting this on?
You want to start with fairly high, and then you can turn it down. And then I don't know if you can see the bubbling of the oil I have. but you want it to get it like that. So it starts just kind
Okay.
of talking to you a little bit.
So like a medium high.
Yeah.
All
And then a
right.
good way to test it, if it's ready, to throw a little bit of flour in it. Mine's not quite there, and then it will like bubble more. There it
All
goes.
right.
So.
Cool. So
And
should
then you
we
also want to use
start?
like a vegetable oil, a canola blend. You don't really want to use
Yes.
olive oil or grapeseed oil or avocado oil.
I used a canola.
Canola works, yes. They have a
Yeah.
higher smoke point than olive. So.
That's one thing I did know.
We talked about it last week.
Yes,
Or the
yes.
week before.
And I do know my fire safety really well. All right, cool. Shall we flour some eggplant?
Yes.
Okay. Let me take you back.
So
Of
they would
course, now
always
I'm going
want
to
us to
leave my
use.
oil unattended.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, I think so too. All right.
So with this, the standard breading procedure, flour, egg, wash, breadcrumb, you really want to do like alternating hands or wear gloves or, but this isn't that much. Because you might end up with like a mitt of batter. And with the egg wash, I use just a little bit of water and 2 eggs. You can use milk and you can use cream. You can use just eggs, whatever you want. You can put some hot sauce in it.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So I have this nice and floured. I patted off the excess, and then we're gonna put it in the egg wash and get a nice drench. So basically, the flour with the egg, it acts as the glue to keep the breadcrumbs on the eggplant. I like panko. It's a nice crunch, nice big breadcrumb. But if you have some old bread that needs, you can use that. You can use crackers, rice flour. There's a lot of different options you can use for your coating. So see what the little thing is starting. I didn't listen to myself. The
Wait,
nice
so
flour mitt.
it's the egg into the flour, into the egg, into the panko?
It's flour, egg, then panko.
All right.
And then
We'll see. Oops.
yeah, we'll see. So and then here we
Flour,
go.
egg, panko. Okay.
Yeah. Mine are actually going to take. Let's see how you're doing. You know, those are. I bet you can make like nice little eggplant chips. That would be really good, and dunk them in the sauce.
Exciting. Well, so I am I'm actually using gluten-free panko.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I screwed up my hands because now I've got panko chips on.
That's It's easy to do.
All right. I see what you're saying now. So I need to have an egg hand and like a dry hand.
Oh, yep, exactly. I never listened to myself though. It's okay though for this amount. Now, if we were doing like 100 of them,
You see my you see my board over here? I think I have
that's
100.
you are doing a lot. Those ones you could do multiple at a time in the flour, whatever you felt comfortable with.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna try to get the. All right. I am actually gonna start one of my gigantic ones that I cut too big right in the pan. And another way to test the oil is to like go like that and see if it starts fizzling with the eggplant. And then I'm just gonna put it in.
Cool. Ooh, I think I hear my oil. All right. Admittedly, I think I put too much. Oh, I floured with the wrong hand.
Oh no.
My hands. I think I hear my oil. Nope, that's my other stuff. I'm surprised that the oil is taking so long to heat up.
I don't, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, it smells so good. The smell
Uh,
of fresh oil with anything in it frying is so. I just want some French fries now. We're gonna have to do some
oh.
French fries.
Ooh, homemade French fries.
I have, yeah, hand cut, and the key to those is to soak them in water.
Really?
And the older the potato, the better.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, potatoes are actually like so good with their potassiums,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, yes. There's so many different potatoes too. I don't know if you've ever
Definitely.
tried Kennebecs. They're just a
Uh-uh.
simple white potato, probably about smaller than an Idaho, but not quite as small as like a Redskin or Yukon. They make the best fries.
I've not tried those. Or if I have, I don't know.
All right,
Um,
so I
you
didn't
have
get that little
some?
spot in the middle, but
Oh,
I'm gonna flip it, and then now
no.
I'm actually gonna turn my oil down because it's browning faster than the eggplant would cook all the way. So
Gotcha.
I love watching the bubbles. It's so fun watching food cook and go through the chemical reactions.
It's it. It is chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
What I would really love to do is like an entire show on mushrooms
Yes, yes.
because they're so fun.
They are so fun and they're so good for you. And there's
They're
so
so good
many
for
different
you.
varieties, and you can do so much with them. I mean, it's just, I went to this local restaurant yesterday on a whim, and they had mushroom toast, and it was
Ooh.
really, really good.
So
And
was it just mushrooms on the toast?
it was like a goat cheese and some fresh microgreens and
Mm.
oyster mushrooms and I think some shiitake were in there, and it was one of the best meals I've had in a long time. Because the thing about mushrooms is that they need salt, they need some sort of seasoning, because otherwise they don't taste their flavor. It goes unnoticed without something to enhance it, I guess.
Right.
So I'm gonna actually turn off my heat. This one is done. Now these, to cook it the rest. Oh, actually, no, it's nice and soft. Sometimes eggplant surprises me, and with produce, it varies on how long it's going to cook, because not all produce looks the same. It grows differently, where it's grown, how it's grown. It's so it's all, and you're just looking for a nice soft texture. So,
Exactly. Well, I think
mm-hmm.
eggplant is available all year round,
Mm-hmm.
which is very cool. We actually grew eggplant. Well, we've grown eggplant a couple years here in our garden boxes, and they have been beautiful.
Oh, fun, fun. What? Did it grow well? Do you have?
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a great thing about North Carolina is you can grow so many foods. Um,
Year round?
oh, yes. Yeah.
That's nice. That's
I think
nice.
my oil might be ready.
Mm-hmm.
I will test it and you can tell me.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, it feels hot.
It
um,
looks. Yeah, I think it's ready.
okay. Um, so put it in with
You
the
can
fish
probably turn it
fryer.
down a tad.
Really? Okay.
And then you might have to turn it back up when you put the eggplant in. Now, the other key with pan frying stuff is that you don't want to overcrowd it.
Okay.
Because what will happen is that A, the batter will fall off, and B, you're more steaming it because it's not enough room for the molecules to get all to
Gotcha.
cook and have fun and dance in the oil.
Ooh, yeah, that's getting brown real fast.
Yeah. That you might even want to turn it off.
Really?
It's hard for me to judge.
Cool.
But
yeah, no, it's like hot. It is getting
it's not burning though,
crispy.
Right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh. Well, I mean the oil itself, it hasn't reached that.
Oh, right. Ew-wee. But that got crisp.
Oh, that looks good.
Yum,
oh my
yum,
gosh,
yum.
That looks so good.
Oh yeah.
Those would go good on a sandwich too. There's so many things you can do.
Oh,
Food is so much fun. It's so versatile.
Oh, these are quick. Think I should take them off?
Yeah, maybe. You can turn it down, like super low or off to have them like kind of cook all the way. Unless they might be cooked all the way too. I'm not.
It is on low. Should I turn it off?
Sure. Why not?
All right.
We'll live dangerously.
All right. I'm going to take it off.
And now you can either put them on a paper towel or like a cookie sheet rack baking, or just right on the plate like I did.
Now can I throw some more in there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Oh, so it's good to go. Okay.
And with oil, you can actually strain it and seal it and reuse it.
Cool.
So you don't have to throw away this oil at the end.
All right. I did not know that about oil. Huh.
Probably maybe 2 or 3 times. It depends on what you use it for and how much food you use it for, because it loses its molecular structure the more times you heat it up. So,
gotcha. Oh, yay.
Yeah. That looks awesome.
Oh, yes. Hey. I'll come back to you. All right.
Have you had burrata?
What is that?
It's a buffalo. It's mozzarella. It's like a soft mozzarella, and it's in a ball, and then you kind of break it open, and it oozes out. I guess that doesn't sound that great, but
it sounds really awesome. I love cheese. I love any cheese. So.
It's like a cold fondue. It goes really good with tomatoes, and actually the restaurant that I stopped in yesterday had an eggplant dish with a burrata. And I was like, oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, no, that sounds so good. Cheese is my favorite.
Same here. Love cheese.
I have to ration my cheese. But yeah, no, dill Havarti is my favorite.
Yes. That's what you put in the omelet. Yes. I do love dill Havarti.
Okay, these look amazing. Should we bread more or?
That's up to you.
Or actually, we have to use the Immersion Blender.
Yes. The best kitchen gadget.
Yes.
I highly recommend. If people don't have an Immersion Blender, get one.
So, yeah, absolutely. And I am going to use my Immersion Blender, and everybody can see it. It is still, so my sauce right now is still bubbling, but I think it's probably soft enough.
Yeah.
So we're going to blend it together.
Yep. Yes, I'm going to do mine at the same time.
Yay. Let me move my little, well, yeah. One of the best kitchen gadgets, I think, is the Immersion Blender.
Mm-hmm.
And you love it too. So,
Yes.
all right.
Yes, yes.
Let me see if this is perfect. All right. Here we go.
All right. I've never done this before. Did an immersion blender with somebody.
We're immersion blending together. We're immersion blending buddies. So, actually, really quick before we do this, yes, you have a beautiful. So this is an immersion blender, and it's very sharp at the bottom, but it just goes right in and it blends. So that's what we're going to do together, because we're best friends with immersion blenders. All right, cool. Just plug it in.
I love your kitchen.
Thank you. I think yours is quite quaint as well. I love
Thank you.
and honestly, like, this has been a work in progress because we had like a water leak, and I'll tell you the whole story later. It's not fireside, like, story worthy, I don't think.
I gotcha.
All right. So here we go.
Oh. Oh no, I unplugged mine. There we go. It's loud.
Woo! Yoo-wee. So fun. Ah! Oh, it seems pretty immersed.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So depending on how you want to present your sauce, you can keep it like rustic, nice and chunky. You can puree it completely and then strain it through like a fine mesh to make it more, I guess, unified or structured. But I'm gonna keep mine nice and chunky, rustic.
Ooh, I like mine a little saucier. Maybe because I'll be dipping.
Yes.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It looks good. It looks
And
real
another thing I
smooth.
used instead of regular garlic, I
Right.
picked up some black garlic. Have you heard of that, Allison?
No.
Oh. It's like a fermented black garlic. It's in a little jar. You can find it
Ooh.
in like the seasoning or the multicultural aisle.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna plate this
mm-hmm.
meal.
Ooh, I have some couscous. Did you want me to toast it up real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
I have quinoa.
which is amazing and actually a little bit better for you than couscous.
I was going to get the couscous, but I forgot and got quinoa instead.
You know
And
what?
it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's perfect
Yes.
because, well, couscous is pasta and
Mm-hmm.
quinoa is a grain. It's actually a super grain. Quinoa
Super
is,
grain. I know. It's
yeah.
high in protein. It's deliciousness. We
So
like
what
it.
I'm gonna do, I already cooked the couscous and now I'm just gonna toast it up a little bit to give it a nice little crunch. But I'm actually gonna reuse the pan that I used for the eggplant and use some of that oil. I dumped it out.
Yum.
Quite a bit of it.
We're going to plate it. And then maybe Alexander will come and try it.
Yes. I have my little Greta bear, my little rescue dog down here waiting to sample. She looking at me with those big eyes. I smell your cooking, Mom.
Oh, yeah. The fur babies.
Mm-hmm.
Although the snake got out of their terrarium last night and made its way to the kids' room.
Oh no.
Well, it wasn't my room, so I was fine.
I didn't know you had a pet snake.
Yeah, it kind of moved in with us recently, and
All
yeah, her
right.
name is Luna. She's cool.
All right. Well, hey, as long as it's just a creature trying to make it on this planet just like us.
Yep, exactly.
So.
Ooh, do you put the sauce on the bottom?
Yes.
All right. Sauce
And then
is boss.
And then you can always add cheese for the top. You can put, a green pesto would go really good with it too.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Ooh, that's my kind of sauce.
Yes, Jason loves pestos.
Oh.
Tomatoes are a little triggering, although I do want to try that. I'm going to make that marinara. That looks delicious.
Right? Yeah. It smells so good with the roasted red peppers. Like, oh my gosh. Ooh, yum. Mm-hmm.
I picked up these plates from Goodwill last summer, and they all have this one says joy, the other ones say kindness or love or smile.
I love that. What I need to do, find some plates. My kiddos, they drop them or whatnot.
Oh, yeah. I break glasses, plates all the time.
My question is, where does all of the silverware go? Where's
With
it
the
go?
socks.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
with the socks, always.
Right.
I wish I had some Parmesan.
Yeah, I wish I did too, and or basil, but Oh, I have some cilantro somewhere.
Ooh.
I love cilantro.
Oh, my basil plant's dead. I just ran into the other room. I was like, maybe I'll put some basil on there. Good idea.
Basil is the most unforgiving herb around, I think. It's just, you look at it wrong and it turns brown. It's like,
All right. I'm going to take this to a taste tester.
Oh, let me see. Okay. Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah?
Bring it up closer to the camera. Let's check it out. Oh my gosh, that looks tasty.
Yeah.
Look at me.
There we go. Yay.
Yay. All right. And then we can get the, let's see here. He'll come on and he will give his
I'll bring him up.
opinion.
I'm gonna try mine. You're not gonna try it?
Yes. Oh no, I absolutely am.
Oh, you didn't see that, but the fork just went right through.
Ooh.
All
I
right.
haven't made
So
this in probably. Oh, look at
this is fantastic. I love it. The texture, the taste, everything's amazing. I'm really glad we have a lot of it. I'm going to enjoy this a lot. And that sauce is outstanding.
Yay!
Yay!
Good job, Allie.
10 out of 10. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
So when are they gonna invent the not smell-o-vision but taste-o-vision?
But
Yes.
yeah, a nice transporter would be great, right? And right about now.
Mhm.
That's right. Yeah, just super Star Trek, teleport here. This is awesome. Actually, I'll just take a bite of his.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
So how long did y'all let the salted eggplant sit in the pan? So slice the eggplant at varying distances and depths. And then salt with I think it like a coarse salt, not a table salt. And then how long to let it sit to sweat all the moisture out?
An hour.
An hour? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Mhm.
Exactly 1 hour. That is really good, Chef Lisa.
It goes well with the quinoa.
It does go well with quinoa,
Mhm.
but wow. Oh
Eggplant,
my gosh.
it takes on the flavor of what you're cooking it with,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so versatile. This is just it's a play on eggplant parmesan. It's basically.
Yeah. I don't know if you've used these pancos before. Me.
Ooh. Well, the panko technically is supposed to be rice flour. That's what it was first. So you got the
They're
good
really
stuff.
thick.
Oh. Yeah,
Hmm.
they add crunch. I like using panko instead of breadcrumbs whenever I'm
Hmm.
battering something out because it gives it a little more crunch and
Hmm.
it's the texture of it also is nice and it's a lot of nice brown
Oh,
out there.
your sauce looks amazing. Look at that color, and
Yeah, I don't know if the light's gonna do anything, but yeah,
that
it's
looks
let me
awesome.
let me get this up here. Like, ooh,
Wow.
That's great.
Allie, that sauce is perfect.
it tastes so good. Oh my
And
gosh.
you can freeze that sauce too. If you
Mm-hmm.
make too much, freeze it.
There is
You can
so
reheat
much in
it in
here.
6 days and turn it into a soup. There's just so much.
Well, exactly. And for so few of ingredients, I didn't expect that much sauce.
Vegetables and
Yeah.
taste.
This is actually a really economical dinner. Like it's a really fancy economical dinner because the quinoa is inexpensive, the eggplant was inexpensive, um, the sauce itself was two. Well, the bell peppers were probably the most expensive thing.
Which, yeah. How
Yeah.
much are those down there?
Oh, I can tell you exactly.
Oh.
It's
Ours
cute,
go for
Mila.
like anywhere from $1 to $2 a pepper.
Oh, let's see here. 149 each.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't remember how much mine was.
Wait, it was tomatoes. It was tomato paste. It was
Hmm.
roast bell peppers, and it was carrots. Were the carrots roasted or were they raw when they went in the pot?
Raw.
And then what else? The garlic.
Hmm.
Yep. 1 jalapeno.
Ooh, okay. So
Mhm.
1/4 jalapeno. Got it.
So, and that was the thing is that you can, as Chef said, you can leave the seeds in or take the seeds out.
Yeah.
I took them out. There's no spice. There's flavor, but no spice in the
No real
Not the
sauce.
heat.
heat. No
Hmm.
heat.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Yes.
And that's it. No more. Like, is there what are there onion? What else? And how long?
Onion.
Okay. And then how long did you roast the peppers? Just hollowed and on a pan and roasted.
No, roast the whole pepper.
Oh, the whole thing. Just take the stem off.
Yes. No, like I roasted the whole pepper,
Hmm.
Oh,
like
the
both
stem
of
and
the
everything.
peppers. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, at 425 for I did it for 60 minutes and it was fine.
Yeah.
And then I put it in an ice bath
Mm.
and the skin just came right off. It just peeled right off. Um, and and then honestly the top came right off with all of
Hmm.
the seeds attached to it.
Oh
Oh, you
yeah.
did. You
That
did
that honestly was
perfect.
it was perfect.
That's the benefit of roasting it with everything on. That made that really soft just to come right out. Okay,
Yeah. Mm.
I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Yep.
summertime, when you have the grill going, you can throw them on the grill. If you the gas stove, you can put it on the burner of the gas stove. There's so many ways to roast peppers.
Yeah, and honestly, the smell in the house was so good. Like, I just want
Mm.
to roast peppers during the day.
Yeah, you can, and then jar them, can them, save them for
Yes,
the.
put them in the omelets now.
Yes,
Because,
roasted red
mm,
pepper and salmon
mm,
cream cheese omelet.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. I love Wednesdays.
I do
Wednesdays are
too. This is
great.
so much fun. Thank you for having me again. This is
Oh my gosh, I look forward to so many more of these because they're great and this tastes so good. And I hope that everybody else comes and cooks along with us because we'll actually have this recipe on
mhm.
foodguides.com. The ingredients are up there right now on the podcast page, but the full recipe is going to be on foodguides.com here in a couple weeks. So, yeah, everybody look forward to it because it's worth it. It is so good. Awesome.
Oh, this makes me so happy. I'm so happy it worked out. I'm so happy that it tastes
Yes.
good and
Yeah, absolutely. Well, any questions for our chef tonight, or any questions for me or anything? I mean, this is successful, so
Yeah, and
I'm
I
going to be frying.
I cut to the front of the line, so there was all my questions. If David or would he have any questions down there?
We're just happy to have you here.
Mhm.
'Cause this is cool. The pumped up comments definitely. You guys are with me frying and flipping. Ooh,
Mhm.
we do have a speaker. Hi, Alex.
Let's see. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just a quick question. The roasting of the red peppers, just for enunciation, was it 16 minutes or was it 60 minutes at 425?
60.
So an hour.
60. Yeah,
Mhm.
1 hour.
Good. But it was worth the time investment because the whole house smells delicious. And my God, that sauce was so good. So I will definitely add that into my repertoire. I cook for you.
Mm.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Woot, woot. Thank you, David. David thinks it looks so good. Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for coming to the show and joining us. We will be cooking more. We have some things up our sleeves in the future as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, have a great rest of your week and come and see us on foodguides.com anytime. And we'll see you on another show soon.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you,
so much,
everyone.
Chef Lisa.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Mhm.